Have we created the Matrix? At least we're no further away from it. What I'm going to show you in this video is truly incredible, so be sure to stay tuned until the end, and if you like it, I'm galactically happy about a thumbs up and a comment, because that's how we get the YouTube algorithm to show this important topic to even more people. Welcome, friends. Okay folks, let's start with the most important question, the red pill or the blue pill. You remember the famous scene from the movie Matrix.
You take the blue pill, the story ends, you wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
The protagonist Neo is given the choice to continue living in the fake reality in the Matrix as a piece of code, living a pleasant, normal life but which is a lie, or to take the red pill, leave the Matrix and exist in the merciless reality. Live a boring but simple lie, or face the truth despite all its adversities. In my view, a metaphor for all the choices we have to make every day in our lives, and the way to a successful happy life is always via the red pill. By rejecting self-deception and pleasant lies that are presented to you, and instead opting for the rocky road, which can be more difficult at first, but then definitely holds the greater rewards. But please let me know what you think in the comments. Would you take the red pill or the blue pill? Feel free to tell me your reasons, I'm very curious. One of my main arguments for the idea that we could already be living in a matrix has always been that it's obvious that our technological progress will eventually get to the point where we can simulate consciousness ourselves in computer games. And if we can do that at some point, then the probability that others have already done it and that we might already be in such a matrix is high. And now this seems to be slowly becoming a reality. Advances in the field of artificial intelligence seem to have suddenly made the matrix almost a reality. Want an example? Someone has developed a plugin and connected the NPCs, the non-player characters in the game Matrix Awakens, to a generative AI that invents its own dialogue so that they can respond spontaneously in real time to what you say in the game. So what happens when you confront NPCs who can really respond through artificial intelligence with the fact that they are living in a simulation? Check it out, it's really incredible.
Do you think that we live in some sort of simulation?
Maybe. I just don't know for sure yet.
Do you think that you're real, I'm real?
I'm not sure what to believe anymore.
What if I told you you're in the Matrix, buddy?
That would explain a lot, but I'm not sure I want to believe it.
You exist, sort of.
What does that mean? Am I real or not?
It means that, after I close this game, you don't exist.
Oh, I see. So I'm only here for as long as the game is running. That's difficult to comprehend.
Is this already a matrix? Do these NPCs have a consciousness? No, probably not yet, but that would have been unthinkable 2 years ago. And now think about where the development will go in the next few years. With the pace of AI development, it's easy to imagine that in a few years we'll have PC games where the NPCs really do have a consciousness and can have better conversations than the average person you meet on the street.
So I haven't got any change. I didn't even have enough.
I find this development super exciting, but I have to say that it also worries me, because if at some point such advanced digital worlds exist, a matrix created by us, then people will get lost in it, and the threads will all come together. Apple introduced its Vision Pro last year, a device that can be used as both a virtual reality headset and an augmented reality headset. Now imagine that in combination with a digital world with dreamlike Unreal Engine 5 graphics and NPCs with consciousness. Why look for a girlfriend in the real world when I can just pull up my Vision Pro and there's one right there? Why achieve anything at all in the real world when it's so easy in the digital world in the metaverse, which is ultimately just another word for matrix? Other big technology giants such as Facebook, which has even renamed itself Meta, are also working on this. What recently sounded like a far-off sci-fi world could now be just around the corner. Large parts of humanity that no longer participate in real life, but spend their lives in the matrix with a headset on their heads. As exciting as this development is, we have to be careful that it doesn't end end in a dystopia. Another development that could contribute to this dystopia is the Worldcoin project by Sam Altman, the father of ChatGPT. On their website we read, Worldcoin aims to create universal access to the global economy regardless of country or origin. It aims to become the world's largest human identity and financial network that gives ownership to everyone, all with the intention of welcoming every person on the planet and creating a place where we can all benefit in the age of AI. That sounds very nice. To join, all you have to do is look into an orb that scans your face, body temperature, and iris. This verifies that you are a real person, and in return you receive an amount of the currency Worldcoin. It really does sound like the sinister plan of a James Bond villain or something. And apart from the flowery words that Worldcoin uses for the project, it is obvious what dystopian future this could lead to. In the Matrix, there are avatars of real people who can identify themselves as real people through their Worldcoin iris scan and therefore do not count as NPCs, but whose cognitive abilities will hardly differ from those of real people, at least on the surface. Access to a fake reality in which more and more people will participate as soon as the initial hype arises, controlled by tech giants like Apple and centralized projects like Worldcoin that manage your biometric data. To me, this does not sound like a pleasant future, and I personally strongly advise against having your iris scanned in the Worldcoin orb. In my view, the future must not be centralized, but should develop in a decentralized direction. I don't see a need for another centralized cryptocurrency like Worldcoin, especially when the power is so much in the hands of individuals like Sam Altman. If you are interested in a decentralized future without a concentration of power, I recommend that you take a closer look at Bitcoin. Excitingly, this very scenario that we are now facing is also an answer to the Fermi paradox, which states, as big as space is, there must be aliens, but we have never found any sign of their existence. How can this paradox be explained? Perhaps through the Matrix, advanced alien species will all eventually be at the point where we are now. Advances in technology and artificial intelligence will eventually make it possible for every civilization to descend into a fictional digital world. And why explore the real cosmos when the Matrix is so close and tempting? So what I'm saying is that there may be thousands of alien civilizations out there on planets, but they're all sitting there with headsets on their alien heads, exploring the metaverse instead of the cosmos. That's why we can never find them. And so the Matrix, or the metaverse, could be a so-called big filter. In a way, large filters are also answers to the Fermi paradox. Any circumstance that could prevent intelligent species from becoming interstellar spacefaring species is a big filter. If we were to wipe ourselves out in a nuclear war, for example, that would be such a filter. Or if we don't develop defenses fast enough before an asteroid destroys Earth. Or if we don't stop putting pineapple on pizza and are therefore annihilated by the Galactic Council. That's right, Pizza Hawaii is actually a galactic war crime. And diving into the Matrix instead of exploring reality is just such a filter. Will we fail? That depends on how many people opt for the red pill instead of the blue one. And that's why we're doing a little experiment now. After everything we've just heard in the video, I'd be interested to know whether you would still choose the same as at the beginning of the video, or whether your consideration of the blue or red pill has changed as a result of the video. Before you all disappear into the Matrix, why don't you help me out and subscribe to the channel now? I would be delighted if all those who are watching but have not yet subscribed to the channel would do so now. It's absolutely free, helps me immensely, and you won't miss any more galactic videos. Thank you guys so much. A real all-encompassing matrix like this needs a lot of energy. Where could it come from? That's right, nuclear fusion. And again, it's all coming together because there was a huge breakthrough in nuclear fusion last week. You can find out how close we are to solving all our energy problems in the video below. Be sure to check it out. And if you want to support my work, don't forget to check out the Astro shop. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, friends.